Another Friday, another adventure. We're up here on the Central Coast today, and we have parked in the Bambara Road Fire Trail car park. This is the car park just off Woy Woy Road here, where you would normally do the Gosford Glyphs. We're going to start walking down this fire trail. Today we're on the hunt for Spion cop. Over there where I live on the northern beaches, we've got something that's called Lizard Rock at Oxford Falls. Well, today we're going to go try to find the Dragon Rock at Spion Cop. I first heard about this place last year through a bushwalking site, but I wanted to wait until I actually had someone to come along with me so I could take some pictures sitting on the dragon. So I've got the beautiful Belle with me today. I left the northern beaches at 4:45 a.m. and we are up here at Carryong at just after 6:30. So this is the Bambara Road fire trail. Not that it says it, but I don't know how much you guys can see. It's still pretty dark. So the Carryong Sacred Land Aboriginal Place. That's the glyphs. I've done this walk a few times down here. So our first marker is going to be the junction of where you head straight for the glyphs. We are going to have to turn right and head towards the Coolewong Fire Trail. So as the sun comes up here on the beautiful Central Coast, and while people head off to work on Woy Woy Road, we get to have fun and explore Dragon Rock. Just walking along this Bambara Road fire trail, and I was a little bit worried at the start of the week because they did forecast rain, but here on this Friday, what an absolutely stunning morning. I just had to turn on the camera quickly just to show you the sky. I thought we were going to have to do this in rain, but the forecast says that there will be rain this afternoon, and then it's going to be a very, very wet weekend. It looks like we're going to get away with this. We're going to have this beautiful morning walk. It's about 20 degrees, not even cold. And then by the time we finish, I think that's when the heavens are going to open up. Many of you that have done this track would know that the hieroglyphics, the Gosford glyphs, is straight up there. This is your first marker. So if you want to incorporate the glyphs into this walk, as soon as you get to this Brisbane Water National Park sign, start heading up here, and then you look for the mother tree or the grandmother tree, and then it's off towards the left. We are just going to continue along this fire trail, and this will merge into the Coolewong fire trail. So you've got some fence posts here. I think they were fighting a development proposal on Bambara Road Fire Trail here a while back, so I'm not quite sure if that was the case. I remember doing a walk here with a young lady a couple of years ago, and she was telling me all about it. So I'm going to catch up to Belle and then start filming me going down the hill. There is a hill that we're going to get to very soon and start heading down. So we've got fence posts on this side as well, all the way along. Maybe there was houses here in the past, because I do remember something up there near the glyphs. where we thought years ago there may have been something there. But yeah, someone's gone to a lot of trouble of cutting and slotting bits of wood here. So we have come to our next lot of markers. Just off to the left here, you see the Brisbane Water National Park Currumbine Creek Fire Trail, which is straight up there, following the power lines. I believe from here on in, we are now on the Coolewong Fire Trail. So I'm going to have to do some research to see what's up there at Currumbine Creek. See if there's any waterfalls or anything up there. The sun is coming out. So it looks like we're going to reach Coolewong Lookout just up here as the sun is rising over the ocean. We have just timed it to perfection. So that's our first lot of markers on this track. Nice and easy up until this point. It starts getting hard when we have to head into the bush. What these things are, I have no idea. This is as far as I have come. As I said, I did do the glyphs with a young lady a couple of years back, and after doing them we did walk down here and we got to the top of the hill and we turned around. Something to do with water, it looks like. You've got like little ladders down here in here. I wonder if these once upon a time used to be really deep. I don't know what those things would be there for. Looks like they haven't been used in a long time. If they were active, I don't think they have been for a while now. So this is what you have to look out for next. So just down from the Currumbine Creek Fire Trail sign, you'll start heading down a hill. Now this is the way to Spion Cop, but look for a little worn track off to your left here. Apparently this takes you to Coolewong Lookout. Now this will join back on to the fire trail here. So what other markers are there? You've got power lines to your right here. You've got a big post. So if you look and you see a telegraph wire post in an open clearing here, just across from that you'll see like a little pebble path. And this is what I've seen on the map as Coolewong Lookout. You can see here it's a well-worn path where people have come down, but if you're not a local and you're out from the suburbs of Sydney, you may miss this. Yeah, there it is. There's the lookout right there. So there is trees in the way, but you can see it. So apparently this is Coolewong Lookout. And down there is boat ramp 1 and 2, and if you remember earlier this year where I took some video of that, a boat being battered up against the seawall, so that's just down the bottom here. The rail line is just along there. Woi Woi is just up there heading towards Gosford on the left there. That's right, to the right, yeah. Brisbane Waters, Woy Woy there. Pity it didn't allow you to go a little bit further down. Would be a fantastic lookout of Coolywong. Now there was a trail that heads along here that takes you back on to the one that we were just on. We may just head back up the pebble path here. Marks.
Well, the private car looks like a big...
Oh yeah. Yeah, it could be Aboriginal carvings, yeah. Yeah, it looks like a fish there. Did you get a picture of this, Bill? Yeah, we'll have to keep a lookout for that. I wonder if I can go down onto that rock there and see if there's any other markings while we're here. Hang on, I might just... Did you walk down there to see if there's anything down here? Where? That's another fish there. I'll just have a look down here. The best lookout was back there, even though it's obstructed by trees. But I don't think standing up on there is going to give you a better view of Brisbane Waters. When you look at Coolywong Lookout on satellite mapping, it's a fantastic view because you're looking at the water from high above. But when you're standing here, and I think I did read somewhere a person saying that it did have a lot of trees in front of it. So once upon a time this may have been a better view, but here now in 2025 you can see a little bit of Woy Woy down there, and you can hear the cars heading along. Is it Brisbane Water Drive down there? I think it's Brisbane Water Drive. I can hear the cars heading along there, so. Alright, let's head back onto that fire trail. And then our next mark is going to be that Coolywong fire trail sign. Once you head back onto the track from the Coolywong lookout, it's all downhill, and I can see our next marker, which is the sign. And then just past this, I think we have to start heading into the bush. This is where it starts getting a little bit tricky. It's been easy up until now. Does it say Coolywong Fire Trail? Okay. So far, so good. So from here on in we have to... Geez, how warm is it here? Look at those power lines, Bill. Going straight down. Flying fox. I was just thinking about that. We used to build them as kids. I know. I'd do that. That looks awesome. Did you get a picture of that? Yeah. I shouldn't even ask. You're an expert when it comes to picture taking now. Fourth Explore. And she knows the drill. She knows what's required. Brisbane Water National Park, Cooley-Wong Fire Trail. Okay, those next lot of instructions, you best read them now because I think you have to look out for some metal plate that's nailed to a tree. And a blue ribbon. The gate's open here. Maybe we've had some vehicle come on down. What goes down must come up. So on the way back, we're going to have a bit of a huff and a puff getting up here. So once you get down onto this flat, sandy surface, I've spotted in the distance there the metal marker. Now right across from that should be a blue ribbon. Can you confirm that, Bill? You can see it? I can't hear. What are you saying? Oh, the big tree. I thought you were pointing to the blue ribbon. Oh yeah, look at the trunk of this. It's a little bit overweight. It needs to go on a bit of a weight loss program, this tree. It does look magic. If I had picked a type of morning, this would have been it. The sun rising to the left of us here in the east over the water. Okay, can you see a blue ribbon? So this is your next marker that takes you to Spion Cop. 828/3F. I cannot see any blue ribbon.
It's on the tree there. Yeah.
Which tree? I've got my glasses on, I can't see.
Straight ahead. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Right up there. It was hidden by the branches. There you go. Blue ribbon with a metal marker. You won't have this pretty lady standing there when you do this walk, but alright, next lot of clues. We start heading downhill. Once we get to the next point, we'll let you know. That's what, sorry? That's the way, yep. This is where we have to head down. So read the next lot of clues after the ribbon. You can still see the metal marker in the distance. Short journey down here. And you have to turn left. And here, it's where it gets a little bit tricky. There's a couple of different directions that the trails go into. We need to continue straight to get to a creek. Is that where we're heading, towards a creek? This is quite simple. But unless you had these instructions, it's not like it's marked on the fire trail up there. Nothing suggests on that metal marker that Spion Cop is down here. If you're wondering what Spion Cop means, I believe there is some sort of lookout in South Africa which is also referred to Spion Cop, and it means spy hill or lookout hill. So what do you reckon? Follow the telegraph lines or? Yep. Yeah, narrow. Here we go. Straight down. Yeah, straight down there. That's narrow. This is huge.
And this is the path we want to take. Do not bear left.
Yeah, left means down the. Yeah.
Ah, yeah. Do not bear left down the fire trail.
It means do not go down towards the telegraph wire. So just, yeah, you head down here slowly. Be careful down there. It's going to be slippery. So once you get to this point and you see a whole bunch of telegraph poles, do not head down there. I think there's a massive drop. See this little narrow track here. This is the one you want to take, and if we reach a creek, which makes sense because it looks like this is a little flow section that would lead into a creek, then we know we're heading the right way. I'll just keep the camera on a little bit through here just to show you what the terrain is like. We don't want any slippages here, Belzy, so just be very careful. She's got a new hiking boots today, so what's wrong? Oh, don't worry about leeches. I told you, the leeches love you. Did you get a spider web? That's why I'll let you go first. I learned from my mistakes at the Boxvale walking track. You allowed me to go first that day and I was covered in spider webs. So today I'm allowing you to play Sherpa. I'm really looking forward to seeing Dragon Rock, comparing it to Lizard Rock. It's pretty iconic there. There's a little mushroom. Did you get a picture of your little mushroom here? Okay. What's the bet you walk straight past it on the way back? Yeah, that Lizard Rock at Oxford Falls, it's a pretty iconic place there. We used to stop there when we were kids with my folks on our Sunday drives towards the Terry Hills General Store, where we used to stop and get a chocolate heart. And then Dad used to take us down McCarrs Creek Road there, and there used to be a section down the bottom there which is now, I think, a reserve, where all the kids of the 70s, used to be like a mud pit down there, and they used to slip and slide in the mud pit every weekend. Every second weekend we used to go on our Sunday drive. Here we go. Someone's messaging me already. It's got to be Mavericks. Mavericks always messages me on the Explores. He just can't live without me. You would think he would know that we're out adventuring today. I told him 1,000,000 times. Are you okay? Alright, we'll start filming again once we reach the creek. Guys and gals, be mindful, if you do this early morning, you're going to get very wet like we have. It's a narrow path down through here, so you're constantly hitting the wet twigs and branches on your left and right, so I'm saturated on my shoulders, but it'll dry off, and you will come to a little rock teepee which guides you to the right here. So don't go over this rock or anything. As soon as you see the little rock teepee beside this lone tree, just head towards the right. You got a huge big tree here that's fallen down, but as I always say on many of these walks, it's a well-worn path, so you can't get really lost. And we're looking for a creek. You've got the creek, all right? So now we just got to follow the creek. I wonder who the original person was that found this, to name it Spion Cop. It would have been one guy a long time ago. Alright, we're on the creek. Do we know what creek this is? We didn't even see a creek on that fire trail up there, did we? I wonder where it's coming down from. Just going to head up here and see if there's any engravings. Nothing that I can see. Okay, so my battery finally carked it. And that was from 2 weeks ago when we did the box file track. So I filmed most of that on that battery, and I got as far as the creek here on this walk before the battery finally said kaput. So I put a brand new one in, so this new battery should last us for the day. They do talk about that this creek sometimes is inaccessible after rain, so we're pretty lucky today. We can actually walk the rock platform without getting very wet. So far this is very, very easy. I thought that we'd get lost a few times here and there, but I think that the points that I have given you to look out for are pretty straightforward. Got like a little pool here. Reckon it's deep enough for swimming? It is nice, isn't it? I wonder if you can get on the other side there. Hang on the bell. I'm just going to hop on that other side for a sec, if I can, and shoot back towards you. So just stay there for a second. Oh, look at this spider web. Bell, come in for a sec. Yeah, there might be. Come around here. There's a spider web here. I'm going to try to get around it without breaking it, and see if you can get a picture of it. Okay, is it still standing? It's still standing. I've done well. Oh, how'd you get over there? Very smart girl. I've gone a difficult way. Can you see him? I know. Take a couple of pictures, yeah, see if you can get him. You reckon you can get him from there? It's nice down through here. Beautiful. I've got to get a few pictures from here. Can you see any fishies? You want me to turn around? This is a pretty magical spot here. We're still here, taking a load of pictures and just listening to the soothing sounds of water trickling. So from here, what you need to do, once you've walked down this rock platform, I would suggest that you go down towards the edge. Did you go all the way down? Okay, so I'm going to head down a little bit just to see what it's all about. And then this is where, yeah, no, that's definitely the path. You can see where it goes left of that rock. So it's set.
Do you want to take the you going down there?
Yes, give me the camera.
Do you want me to climb up a bit?
What do you mean climb up?
Climb up there and see if it...
It's up to you if you want to go for a bit of a walk. So you're saying it was too deep here? Oh, you just wanted to get your shoes wet. Okay, yeah, I understand. I understand. All right. That's the beauty of thongs. So you reckon there's a massive drop down here? We're soon going to find out. You have a bit of a scout around up there, Belle, and see if it does lead anywhere. Plenty of beautiful little rock pools. Oh yeah, there's a big drop down here. I didn't read about a waterfall, so I don't even know what this is called. Would you call it a waterfall? I don't think so. Can you see a clear path up there, Bill? Yeah, I wouldn't call this a waterfall. It's just a rock sloping down. There's too many rocks down the bottom there for there even to be a swimming hole. But that's the only track that I could see where you're going now. So is there a path up there? Okay, so it's got to be up there for sure. Keep on going, because I want to see where you get to, because I might be able to shoot up through here. Yeah, but just keep on going, because I want to see if you head more into the bush or if you head along this creek. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I might just shoot up straight through here instead of heading back over there. So just wait up there for me and I'll come up through these rocks there. I'm going to take a few pictures here. This would look nice down through here after heavy rain. It'd be a torrent of water. Where are you? I've lost you. Okay. So at the end of that rock crevice where I was just standing, I managed to scale the mountain here. You would not do this, you would come up the normal way, and this is what it looks like. So that's the path down here where Belle came up from. The sun's coming up now. So straight up through here, turn left, and again, it's a well-defined track. Once you get to this point, turn right, and nice and easy with the beautiful birds chirping, and we're now heading away from the creek. So as long as you have a few of those sections of where to know to turn off the tracks, everything else is self-explanatory. It's not like you've got dozens of tracks heading left and right. All right, we've got another huge marker here. Nice cave. There you go. I always talk about being stuck in the bush and needing shelter. Well, if you're on that Coolywong fire trail and you know that there's some sort of storm coming, I would be straight down here and I'd be covering up in this cave. Did you get a few pics, Belle? We've got to get a few pics of us sitting in here. So, hang on, just let me tie the torch here. I want to see what it looks like. I didn't talk about a cave. This is the first time. Man, this is cool. Absolutely. Any signs of a fire here or not? That's what, sorry? Well, I'm surprised that no one has done one. Especially on this rock here. Perfect spot for a fire. Doesn't look like there's ever been one here. See how well defined the track is heading up here. So, are you still here, Belle? Yeah, come and sit in the cave here and I'll get a few pictures of you. So we've got some pictures here at this rock cave. And our next marker, I think, is going to be some more rock teepees sitting on a flat rock. Once we get to that point, we don't head up over that rock. We need to stick to the left of it. I highly doubt that we are going to see anyone today, being a Friday. And it's Easter in 2 or 3 weeks' time, so yeah, see how well worn this is? All they would need is a few signs here and there, and this would be a great tourist attraction for the people. I don't know why they don't do it. It's safe. I can't see it being dangerous, so it's pretty easy for kids as well. We were hoping for that sun to come out so it glistens through the trees, and it's been raining all week. The bush is alive. It's nice and green. Perfect weather. Okay, so up here. So far we haven't needed any instructions. As long as we know where to turn off the Coolywong fire trail, the rest is pretty self-explanatory. Can you just hear the cars, Belle? I can just hear the cars on Brisbane Waters Drive. Just, you can see, maybe I can just see the water through there. Okay, so we must be close. If I can see the water through there, we must be pretty close to Spion Cop. Yeah, that's the way. There's no other way unless we drop down the mountain. I think it's straight up there. It sure is a picturesque walk. You're just coming across caves and rocks consistently. I'd say it'd be towards the right, yeah? Yeah, the path heads up that way. Or are you thinking it's down there? Nah, it's up through here. Sure. Look where they've worn this out. It's like there's loads. You know they do. When I seen this last year, Belle, it was on I joined a bushwalking site to try to find the long shelter, the Aboriginal long shelter, and every second day people were posting about Spion Cop. And well, look how well worn it is. You reckon it's that way? I'd be surprised if it's not this way. Oh no, this is it, through the slot. Okay, so we need to work out, is it left or down through the slot? Have a look through here. It's either down through the slot or up through there. Yeah, this was the next lot of markers. The slot rock. Not to be mistaken with the slut rock. Stop giggling. I say these things to get...
You're filming.
Okay, so...
It's the slit in the rock.
I think the slit in the rock, yeah. Yeah, the slit in the rock. Is it up this way or down that way? I think it's down that way. Yeah, go down. I'm just going to head up here. Yeah, it's definitely down. There's nowhere to go here. No, it just comes to a dead end. I highly doubt. Does it actually say to go between two trees? What does it say to do?
You need to keep to the left of the large
To the left of the large rock. Okay, straight down.
300 metres from the rock slot.
Yeah.
That's roughly from.
I saw a picture of these two trees where you head up in between. And anyway, the track, it looks like the track's down there. And there's another rock over there. Nah, just head down the way you're going. It's definitely not up here. Comes to a dead end. So Belle's made an executive decision. She's going to take the low road. Oh, she's doing some selfies down there.
These secret ones.
Secret selfies. I like finding those when I edit the pics. So you head down through there. It looks like a path through there, yeah? Yeah, you try that. I'm going to head up through in between these trees here and see if we meet one another. Now, if something happens, yell out, yeah? Starscream, exactly. If there's a snake or a wolf or panther. Oh, the track looks like it goes up through here. Yeah. Do you have a track through there or not? Head up through those rocks a little bit, but there is a track up through here. Is it not looking good? Just wait there for a second. I'm just gonna... Hang on, just wait where you are, because I can get a good look of where you are and tell you if there's a path over here. Very dangerous. Don't do this at home, kids. Come around a little bit, Belle. Yeah, come around a little bit until I see you. Can you see the rock slot through here? Yeah, so look straight up. There's nowhere to go. So you need to come back through there.
What way's nowhere to go?
Up through here, through the left here. What, are you going to walk around further?
Oh, so there's nowhere to go there.
Well, there's nowhere to go up through here. Keep on walking around and we'll see if you manage. No. You got to head back the other way. This just follows the mountain. It goes down. It goes somewhere entirely different. You can see where it goes down there. We're heading away from where we need to be. We've got to find that rock teepee, and that's not down there. It will be up here. All right, so come back the way I did. And someone's been sitting up here with some extra dry. Didn't bother to take their bottles. Idiots. Tui's extra dry. What are they looking at here? Not much in review. Just having a couple of dry beers. Wait till Belle comes in. She can take a few pictures of the litterers. Okay, so do you know where to go now? You've got to stay left of the rock slot, and here's the track here. So Belle should be coming up in between those two trees. Doesn't look like much of a track at the bottom of these two trees, but once you get above them, you're sweet. Where are you? No, come on, up here. Come on, let's go. There's tracks up here. Come on. Let's go. I think it's up here. There's two beers up here, so I'm thinking someone's come up here, had a few beers and continued on. If not, we'll just head back straight down again. But there is a well-worn track up here. All right, you're right to get up in through here, because if you slip back, you're off the mountain. So make sure you put your phones away. You want me to take them? Okay. Go. Make sure you You double check if it's going to hold. Alright. Alright. We have to head up because if we're going to Spion Cop, it means we're going to have to go to the top of a lookout. So, and so we're just continuously having to head up. Just turn right up here. Nah. Well, there's a track where I was filming you here. There's a track that heads in the opposite direction. I don't know what's down there. Come and get a... No, we're going there, but come and get a few pictures of these beer bottles here. Someone had been sitting on top of this rock here and discarded the beer bottles underneath. We called those people litterers. Do the right thing. Do you remember that slogan? Back when we were kids, Bill? No, from this side. Because you got the extra dry here. How's that look?
Look at that tree. Oh, the extra dry.
Extra dry. Maybe that's what they were sitting here for, looking at that majestic tree. The stories this tree could tell her. Back in the days where Aboriginals ruled this patch of dirt. You see where you were, Belle? You were down here. There's a track that heads all the way down there. Yeah. So we're heading away. So, all right, we've got to find that rock teepee. As soon as we get to that rock teepee, I think it's a home stretch then. I think we're pretty close. Do you reckon we'll need any instructions getting home? No. I don't think so. But that was probably the most trickiest bit. You would never think that it's up through those trees there, because it's quite steep. So this is where it can get a little bit tricky. Once you scale on top of the mountain, just follow the path. Don't turn right or left anywhere. There is a few tracks that go right and left. Don't do that. Just follow the well-worn path and you'll start working your way up again. You notice up here, you can still see where you should be walking, but you're heading deep into the bush now, so it might put a lot of people off. Now I've come back a little bit just to show you what it looks like through here. You know, you could turn right anywhere here without knowing, so. And Belle yelled out saying there's 4 little rock teepees up here, which guide you then down into the bush. We are now looking for a clearing, and it's up through here. So we're on a rock platform, so we're keeping these rocks on our right. We're not scaling these at all. Sun's behind us, so the east is behind us and we're heading west, which means Mount Wonderbine is another marker, and once we reach a clearing up here we should be able to see it in the distance. Now I thought that was probably the best view here on the Central Coast. It had 360 degrees. Some people say you will not find a better view than Spy Hill on the Central Coast. I reckon this is the one that kills them all. So there's your 4 little rock teepees. One here, one there, another one, and there's one over there. So see here, it can get a little bit tricky. So you head into the bush. Do not go up over any rocks. Now if these little rock cans weren't here, I would have kept on heading down, but you know, it's easily confusing. See, there's a big drop here, so many people will think, is this the way you go? Is this the way you go? Alright. Down into the bush where, oh, did you put on some beautiful perfume? The bush smells of perfume now. Very nice. That's what, sorry? Yeah, so Spion Cop, they say, has the best view on the Central Coast. We'll find that out for ourselves very shortly, but I'm just waiting for that clearing. When I can see the peak of Wonderbine in the distance, then I know that this is the correct way. It did say to go deep in the bush, so we're back deep in the bush again. From those 4 little rock teepees way down there that I pointed out when you start heading back into the bush, that's where you feel that you're not going the right way. We were questioning ourselves then. So it's pretty dense bush. Even though the path is visible, the bush is very, very dense. And you're just thinking you're going the wrong way. But you'll start coming to a little rocky uphill section, and we have come across another rock teepee here. Now here we have instructions not to go up over this rock, but to go down to the left of it. So, have you got like a little path through there?
Never looked at that, I'd say. Unless it was up through that.
Yeah, I think up past here. I'm not too sure. It looks like it's straight up through there. Or here, no, here it is, straight through here. Okay, so to the left of the rock. So they're meaning put the rock teepee on your left, so climb up over it. See, again, it could get confusing. If you're on the bottom here and they mention a rock teepee, so you see the rock teepee and it says keep to the left of the rock. It could mean keeping to the left here. So how about you word it, stand on top of the rock with the rock teepee on your left and head straight through the bush. They're probably thinking self-explanatory because it's a worn trail, but okay, so the next marker should be Mount Wonderbine. So we should get to a clearing up here, and in the distance we'll see Mount Wonderbine. Yeah, that really makes you question yourself through there because it's so thick and dense and you can't hear anything. And there's no ribbons tied to any trees, or I gather it's why just bushwalking groups in large numbers do it, because it's very easy to get lost. This view better be worth it, and Dragon Rock, it better be better than Lizard Rock. I'm going to be comparing the two. Can you see any peak of a mountain in the distance anywhere? That's not they're not talking about that, are they? No, the track's down there, so there's nothing through here. Let's head down here. So this is a 10, 11, 12 kilometre round trip. Not round, but return trip. Alright, we've got another rock can here. So we are going the right way. So someone is giving you clues the natural way, because I have heard people complain about other bushwalkers marking trees and tying ribbons around trees. So the best way to do it is to build little rock teepees, and that will give you an idea. See how you wind around? Like you've come up through there, you do a hairpinner through here, and now you're heading down into the bush again. Very dense down through here, Bill. I think we'll just keep on going, huh? We are still questioning ourselves every 5 minutes. We are so deep in the bush we're not quite sure if we're heading the right way. When you do something for the first time, as I've said in the past, it's not so easy. I did spot though, in the distance there, the telegraph poles that were along the Cooley-Wong fire trail. So we're to the right of that. But just up here, Belle has yelled out saying we've got some more teepees. So where we're going, we've got to be going somewhere. I don't even know if we're going to Dragon Rock, but there's a rock teepee here. Is the path head up that way? And if it wasn't for these things, you could get lost. I still don't know about where they're talking about Mount Wondabyne in the distance. Have we passed that? Okay, so we've got another rock can up here, another small one here. So there's the poles that I was telling you about. So I gather that's the Cooley-Wong fire trail up there. So you can see how far into the bush we have come. See it right up in the distance there. So I don't know where the fire trail goes, but it must lead to somewhere. You grabbing yourself a drink? Yeah. No, nothing for me. Nothing for me. Just remember, this would be a lot quicker heading home than it is getting here. It's a tough journey. Once you start heading up through that slot, from there on in, man, it's not bush bashing, but it's hard work. You will sweat. Okay, finally, I think we've reached the Mount Wondabyne peak. We've got a teepee here and another one here. So these rock cans every couple of 100 meters now. And I believe that this little open section to my right here, I think that is Mount Wondabyne in the distance. I could be wrong, but this was a marker that I noted that once you're here, it's not very far to go. So that's the explore that I did last year, and that view from up there was incredible. So if you're on top of Mount Wondabyne, look straight towards the ocean, and I'm waving at you. So if you're filming from up there now, have a look at your camera work after you watch this video and see if you can see me waving. I can hear the quarry working in the distance as well. Could be the Woi Woi tip as well. We've got to be close now. After reading my notes, I knew as soon as we got onto that, we're not all that far away. Okay, Belle has read the last of the notes that I sent her this morning, and she has told me once you get to this point, and you can see Mount Wondabyne in the distance with this teepee down here, they say it's 400 meters away. You'll continuously pass some more rock cans which are up here, and we'll get on top of another rock and we'll be able to see H2O. Water. Be the first time that we've seen water for a while. So we are nearing Spion, Spy Hill. I'm looking forward to laying eyes on this dragon. Can you see anything yet or not? Tracks are still well worn, so. Tell you what, if it wasn't for those rock cans at some points, you would question yourself whether or not to turn around. If it hadn't have been for those, then I wouldn't have been so sure we were heading in the right direction. So anyone that's lifted a finger to put those in place for newbies such as myself and the Icon, thank you very much. Once you do this once, then it's easy, but there it is. That's a better view of Wonderbyne from here. Fantastic. Did you get a pic from here, Bill? Okay, well, when we come back along this track, see if you can remember. Oh, actually, just wait there for a second. I'll grab the camera off you. Hang on. I just had to grab the camera off Bill because I needed to get a picture before the cloud cover, the fog, covers it. So if we come back later on, looks like it's clouding over. So I thought I'd get a picture now, a nice close-up. You see how much has changed from just a second ago. And Bill did spot a really old orange ribbon over here that's seen some better days. Where was it? Where did she see it? Here. Look at that. That's a really old marker from a long time ago. We've got some more rock cans here. And now we're starting to head up, which would make sense because the next bit of information we had was that we're about to see water. Can you see anything yet? It's a long walk from the creek. I thought, well, getting to the creek was nice and easy. This is a stroll in the park, but from there, oh, I'll have to ask if that was Bill. And she's got an arrow. Okay, so we've got a couple of notable landmarks. A much better view of Wonderbyne. Straight through the trees there, you can see the tip. And I think in the distance that might be the big tank at Mount Etalong Lookout. View Lookout. I think it's called Mount Etalong View Lookout. I'm not sure, I'm only guessing. There are three notable landmarks here. And we're coming. Can you see the water? Okay, so we must be close. It did say 400 metres from back where we were over there, so we've got to be close. Oh, look at this teepee. Isn't that an impressive one? You know what that means? That if you've reached this point, you've pretty much reached Spion Cop. This is a celebration type rock can for the group that did this. Where's the water?
Over there, that's water there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so that's where you were, on top of that car park.
Yeah, top of that car park.
Yeah, Belle took a few pictures. Where do we head down from here? I think it's here. Yeah, that was the other spot. Must be that way. I think it's down here into the, keeping this rock to our right. Yeah, this is the better view down here. Wow. Wowee. There's the poles, the wires along the Coolywong fire trail down on the water here. There's another mountain with something on top of it over there. I highly doubt that's Sugarloaf. That might be Sugarloaf. Mount Sugarloaf up there where we did those tunnels. The Richmond Vale tunnels. Thank Christ the sun's out. I said to Bill in the morning, are we going to be lucky enough to have the sun out when we get on top of Dragon Rock? And she goes, I don't know. Yeah, so there's the pub on the corner. There's Deepwater Plaza. There's the football field where the Woy, I think they were the Woy Roosters, weren't they? I don't know if they're still called that now that the Roosters are no longer a part of that franchise or that club. So where are we going, down through here? Down through here. Well, that's nothing compared to the Dragon. Apparently the view is on the Dragon. Have you orange, yeah? So I'm starting to wonder now if this is a 10-kilometre return trip or if it's 10 kilometres one way. Where's the Dragon? I can't see any Dragon. Oh, there it is. You know what, Bill? This is no Dragon. This is a Dinobot set in stone. This is a Dinobot. I've ridden one of these in my past lives. This is GRIMLOCK. Anyone that's watched Transformers Age of Extinction, that's GRIMLOCK, man. He's up here hiding. If you remember in that movie, Optimus was hiding in the barn. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch's barn. What's wrong? Yeah, definitely get a pano. A panorama shot. We've got a lot of inscriptions up here. (2022). GRIMLOCK, how are you, son? I don't know how it's going to turn up on the slideshow though. Oh, sorry, 1898. Are you serious? 1898. GRIMLOCK, don't buck me off. Sugar, all right. There's no coming back from this. You fall down here. And it's a bit windy as well. What a view. Let me just sit on you here, Grim, if you don't mind. Thanks, brother. Okay, so we can see Barrenjoey Lookout up there, Barrenjoey Headland, Mount Elliot Island, I think it is, which is Line Island. What's that big hotel there in Edda?
Mantra.
The Mantra. We can see the Mantra. Is that the Rip Bridge over there? Yep. If that's the Rip Bridge, there's Daly's Point. So I spent some time at Daly's Point there from 2021 to 2023. What an impressive spot. Unbelievable. I'm going to get some pictures on GRIMLOCK here and then I'll start filming again. There's the tip in the distance there. So we've taken all the pictures that we need up here at Spy Hill or Lookout Hill. Look at the water glistening down here. It probably is a better view than Mount Wondabyne. A little bit more to see, but Wondabyne did have 360-degree view. Whereas if you look, and I'll pan around to my left here, you've just got the bush. So unlike Wondabyne, you've just got what's in front of you. So there's Wondabyne there, I think. Belle's releasing her bubbles. Big bubbles.
They're so gorgeous.
Big, I know, big bubbles, no troubles.
Like flying over. Why can't go there?
I know. Just be careful. GRIMLOCK might not be happy.
He does.
He's happy, you reckon?
Little fairies.
Okay. That is a Dinobot.
What makes it magical?
If I've ever seen a Dinobot, that's him. He is set in stone. There's no coming back for this big fella. And if you don't know who GRIMLOCK is, I suggest that you hire out the movie Transformers Age of Extinction, the first Transformers movie to gross $1 billion. Came out in 2014. I actually won a prize pack. There was 5 winners. I was one of them. And I won a number of items from that movie back then. So I don't want anyone to refer this location as Dragon Rock anymore. This will forever be known as GRIMLOCK atop Spy on Cop. Spy on Cop. All the spirits. To think that this year from here, 1905, Christmas 1905. So L.G. Abrams. So L.G. Abrams was up here on Christmas 1905. That is impressive. Very impressive. And this one is that a H? Why did he put the slot downways and not across? HCD 1898. We've got J Lau 1989. B North. Actually, I should take off my my compass, and it should say east because there's the ocean there. So let me just put it down here to this guy that says north. Okay, so we are, east is in this direction over here. So even though the ocean's out there, when you think about it, the ocean heads out there. If you're standing on top of Barrenjoey, the ocean's to the left of it. So that's where east is over there. So we're looking east-south. I'm right in the middle of east-south at the moment. And then over here, Wonderbine and west. And then directly behind me is north. See if we can peer into those houses down there. Might be a few people getting up to some shenanigans. Did you bring your binoculars? You'd love that. Being the promiscuous woman you are. It is being recorded, yeah. There was no foul language used there, unlike you. You're always using foul language. I'm using the correct terminology. You are very well behaved. You are very well behaved. Except for that one time you took your top off at Pearly Ponds and I had to edit the video. Man, I was speechless. I was absolutely speechless. I'd never had anyone do that in the past. You're a giggle rat. Okay, Belle's just finishing off her oranges, and then we're going to find another little lookout. It's right behind us here. Apparently they call it the mini dragon, so it could be GRIMLOCK's young child. So we'll see if we can find that one. It's getting windy up here now. And anyone who watches this video, don't do what I do. Don't get on top of this guy's head, you'll fall, understand? Just admire this video, or there's plenty of locations just on the back here that you can sit on him. Do not go to his head, he doesn't appreciate it. He nearly bucked me off as well. You got some? Alright, click on those coordinates. Yeah, that little bit right at the bottom, if you click it, it'll open up Google Maps and it'll take you to them. And that's it. We're on our way home. It took us 3 hours to get here. So we should get back to the car just after lunch. But we won't be stopping anywhere, so. Oh, she's getting really windy now. Yeah, I think the Dinobot's telling me to hop off. That's enough. You've taken your pics, get back off. Doesn't it?
No, because it's something you sent through.
Alright, well we'll go back, we'll see if we can find it just with the, yeah. Okay guys, from Spion Cop, up here, high on top of Woi Woi, looking everywhere. Thanks for joining us. I will film a little bit of the journey home, and we do have that mini little lookout, so we're still yet to find that. So give us a tick, we'll search for that and see if we can find it. We've got an eagle in the sky. That could be GRIMLOCK's spirit. How cool does that look? Did you get a few pictures, do you think? Try my one. Do you have my one there? Yeah. He's climbing higher. He was down pretty low before.
So low.
Yeah. He's probably thinking, who are you guys? That's normally my perch up here. He's climbing higher. Look at him just soaring. We were just about to leave before this guy, and Belle spotted him heading straight for here. Yeah, no, he was down the bottom here. He started coming straight up. Look how high he's climbed now.
Hey, come back.
He's gone now.
He soared down there all the way up without even really flapping his wings.
I know. He's using the wind. He hasn't touched his wing.
Big when he got here.
Yeah, no. Where's he gone now?
Over there.
Where?
Over
Oh,
there.
yeah. Jeez, he's got a long distance.
I'll send you. I've got more on my phone.
There's the tip over there. Can you see the green in the distance over there, Belle? That's the tip.
Oh.
So I've walked alongside that tip on a different explore. So I'm going to show you guys how to get to the mini dragon they speak of. So you know their Spion Cop is just through there, Spy Hill, where the dragon was, or should I say GRIMLOCK. So come back onto the track that takes you to that beautiful rock. And if you notice down here, this is the way that you would head home. See, this is where it can get confusing. This track down through here apparently takes you to the mini dragon. So you can either do that as you're getting to the dragon and turn right, or if you're returning home, keep a lookout for a well-worn track on your left. It looks like everyone that visits Spy Hill does come here as well because it's well worn. You see another rock platform here. Pretty much the same view as where we just were, but I'm eager to see what that dragon looks like. Can you see it anywhere?
It's over there.
Where? Oh, this one.
Yeah.
If they consider that a dragon. That's a pretty poor one, if that's it. Unless it's that one there. I wouldn't be standing on that too much. You can see how much it's eaten away. So unlike the other rock down there, the Dinobot rock, that was solid underneath, but under here I wouldn't go too close. Maybe this is what they call the mini dragon. It's looking back onto itself. Very short distance from the other side, so make sure you take this in. You get to see more around the water here. It's shallow down there. What, the dragon?
Yeah.
Is this what they classify as a dragon? So her coordinates tells her that I'm on the dragon. Looks like there's some inscription down there. Could be wrong, but that's a big drop down there. Let's get away from there. Pushed our luck a little bit too much today. Okay, I think that's it, Belle. Anything else you reckon? No. There's nothing more that we need to see up here? No. We're just going to put our head down and bums up now and do a nice power walk back to the creek. There's nowhere that we need to stop before then, so we'll be doing A lot of hiking through dense bush. And then once we get to the creek, we'll know we're not all that far away from the Coolywong fire trail. Oh, while I'm up here, I can let you guys know what glasses and the cap and the footwear that I've got on. So the shades that I chose today are the Ray-Ban Wayfarers, the polarized. So this should look cracking in some of the pictures when I look through them later on in the day. They are the Wayfarers, the RB2140s. The ones that Tom Cruise made famous in risky business. The hat, well, if you remember the very first explore of this year, when I walked around the Batonga headland, this was the hat that I wore. So it's time this got another go today. Los Angeles Police Department, Special Weapons and Tactics. This is the one I had on top of that trick station there. And the footwear, the original boomerangs from 2020. That blue splash. Still going strong. That's it from the Mini Dragon, GRIMLOCK, the Icon, and myself, Optimus Prime. We bid you farewell from up here at Spion Cop, Spy Hill. So Belle has made an executive decision here to grab the 2 bottles that have been discarded in the bush. She just can't stand people leaving rubbish around, so she's going to grab them. Now it's taken us just over half an hour, 40 minutes to be exact, to make it back to Slot Rock. So from Spy Hill, Spion Cop, it's taken us 40 minutes to get back to these trees where we have to drop down. From here, it's basic. And I will say, there was a couple of moments there that we took the wrong track. So be very mindful on your way back. You need to just go slowly in certain sections. Are you going to be okay here, hon? No. Yeah, no, I won't for you. You'll be okay. Well, just in case you fall. That's it, we're here. Taking us 40 minutes. So I'm saying maybe another 40 minutes from here. Took us 3 hours to get there. You could probably make it in an hour and a half. So it should be a 3-hour return trip. 4-hour return trip. All right, I'm filming, so be mindful. Yep. Come on, adventure lady. You got those hiking boots on. Yeah, don't grab onto that stick. Make sure it's sturdy. That thing, yeah, because it'll break. Don't grab onto stuff like that. Because if you're putting all your weight on there, you'll go head over. That's it. That's it, Judy. Judy Green. Oh, hugging the tree. All right. I think we're home and hosed now. This takes us straight down to the creek. The hard part is all over. So once you get to Slot Rock here, people watching this video, which is through there, from here it gets a little bit challenging. Heading home from here, easy peasy. Nice and easy. Straight over this way or down through there? Down. I think it's down through here. Down through here because we have to get down to the creek. Yeah, we're going to pass the cave that we took some footage of down here. You're doing very well, Bill. For someone that's only into her 4th explore with me, you are just killing it. It takes months and years to become really confident, and you've just picked it up like you're a natural. No. Natural bushwalker. Natural bushwalker. Alright, pretty much down onto the creek here. And we've got a small little section to navigate up to the fire trail, and then it's one road back. Here we are, back down to the beautiful creek. Oh, I forgot to mention, we did see one walker by herself using her Google Maps, and when I told her you're about 5 minutes away, she started smiling. Thank you. So that's pretty impressive. That is it this way or not? Because I climbed straight up the rock before. You sure it's through here? I didn't walk this track. Oh. Yeah, it's down through here. My way was better. Straight up the rock. Oh, look at the colour of the water. I don't know if that's just my polarised glasses, but it's looking red, burgundy. Does the water look red to you?
Yeah.
It's just the rock underneath, I gather. Red? Are you sweating? Yeah, have a rest, have a drink. You've done very well to get to this point. I'm just going to check the time, exactly how long it's taken us to get to this point. So we left at 10:42, yeah? It's 11:32. So that's taken us 10:42. Shit, under an hour. Well under an hour to get back to this point. Just waiting for Belle to emerge from the bush. I can see the twigs moving down there. There she is. There she is. We're at the blue ribbon. You know how long it's taken us to get to the blue ribbon? 11:42. Exactly. She's feeling it. It was pretty hard through there. Okay, so we didn't stop at all. And we're up here on the blue ribbon that takes you onto the main Coolywong fire trail. Exactly 1 hour. If you were jogging, you could probably make it in half an hour. So 1 hour from here. I'd say another, I don't know, 20 minutes back to the car. It's like a 3 to 4 hour return trip. Oh, it's around this corner a little bit, I think. Yeah, one of those trees up there had the blue ribbon. And there it is, the magic mushy. And the blue ribbon is just up there. There's that metal marker on the tree. That's what you need to look out for when you turn off the fire trail here. From here on in, some hard yakka. Just climbing back up this trail to the sign, I've noticed a branch that's snapped off a little bit higher and it's wedged itself on the bottom trunk there and it's just hanging. It's going to fall on someone. One day when you least expect it, someone's going to walk down here and it's just going to crash, wallop. Okay, the last hill. This is it. From here on in it's all flat. Once we get on top here, back to the vehicle. We actually said that we're not going to look forward to this little bit of the fire trail. She's sweating. She's burning calories, man. Let me tell you. This is a good walk if you want to lose some weight. I know that I'm going to lose some weight on this walk. The Currumbine Creek Fire Trail, I believe, was on the right hand side up here. And then after that, we're back onto the Bambara Road trail. And that's it. That's when we'll bid you farewell once we're back to the vehicle. Wave, darling. Back up the top here is so breezy. We have reached Coolywong Lookout, where we went in the morning. Not much of a lookout, but you can see a little bit. You can feel the breeze coming in from the mountain there. Could you hear that train? There's a freight train heading straight along Brisbane Waters Drive there. You should be able to hear the wind now as well. This is the last hill. We've got a couple of battle wounds. Now I'm not quite sure if you guys picked it up, but as I was hopping off GRIMLOCK there, he's turned his head sharply and he took a bite. I don't think he appreciated me riding him. So that right there is what a Dinobot does to you when you disrespect him. Be mindful of that. If anyone's thinking about doing what I did, he might actually take off your leg. Now, is this the last hill, you reckon? Yeah. This is definitely the last hill. And after here, it's all flat. We'll give the glyphs a miss today. I'll bring you back to the hieroglyphics some other time, yeah? It's an easy walk down to them, so we'll save that for another adventure. And there's a gravel trail. All flat from here. We're not far away from the vehicle now, Dorothy. We have reached the glyphs turnoff, which is straight up there. We've got a couple of pictures from 2019 with my hat and sunglasses on top of this sign. The next time I turn on the camera is to wish you guys farewell. So we're just getting back to the gate here, and we've made a bit of a bet, Belle and I, to guess how many cars are in the car park. So I've seen one walker and one bike rider, so I'm thinking 2 cars plus mine, so 3 cars. And what are you saying?
2.
2 cars, so one car plus mine.
2 cars all up.
2 cars all up. Okay, so I'm thinking 3 cars all up. She's thinking 2.
But you've had a little bit of a sneak advantage because you just came to
No, I couldn't see anything though.
Ah.
It's around the corner. There was nothing up here, so. All right, and we have, the icon. She's correct. So that young lady that we seen, it must be her car, because she looked really young too. Anyone that's familiar with this area up here at Carryong, this car park on the weekend, especially for the glyphs, this is full. You normally see 20, 30 cars in here. Today on the Friday, there's only 2. Keep a lookout for it just off Woy Woy Road. All right, and that's it. Thanks for joining us. That's back-to-back fortnightly 5-hour walks. We did a 5-hour walk down there at Mittagong, and this has been 5.5 hours. So we'll bid you farewell. We should be down at Mossvale in the Southern Highlands again in 2 weeks' time. So until we see you on the next adventure or explore, from the icon and myself, adios.